And welcome Rambler Nation to another varsity basketball game. Tonight we have the varsity girls against the varsity. I might start over. We got the Trojans here tonight, and we got the Ramblers. It's going to be a great matchup here tonight, as Lake City has had an amazing season thus far. In McBain, we are third in our conference. It will be a very good game tonight as we introduce our players now. And later in this game, my other announcer, Bryce Acom, will join me, and I am Cade Weaver. And I believe my other announcer is here. We will see you in a moment, right before the game starts.
It just might miss a few things.
And at the tip-off, we have Isabel Roosevelt and Bisbal. And Lake City will start off with the ball, going to number 13, Bailey Isinga. And Mr. Bryce Acom will now take over.
It'll be try to force down to Allie Bisbal by number 15. That is Haley Hamill, but it is tipped by Kate Crick and goes out of bounds. It'll be Lake City ball. Looks like number 13, Bailey Isinga, will be taking it out. Passes into number 11. That is Mackenzie Bisbal. Passes down to number 23. That is Peyton Hogan. Rebounded, shot taken, rebounded by Brecken Gildy. Passed over to Peyton Grant. Peyton is now at half court. Dribbling up, setting up a play. Passes to number 2, Chelsea Isinga, back to Grant. Picked, set by Brecken. Grant working her ball handling, just loses it. And it'll be Lake City ball. I believe that is, yes, number 11, Mackenzie Bisbal is guarding Peyton Grant. Mackenzie Bisbal takes it across half court. Passes over to Haley Hamill. Tipped by Kate Crick, recovered by Mackenzie Bisbal. All the way over to number 13, Isinga. Over to number 23, I believe that's Hogan. It'll be a double dribble call by Hogan. And it'll be Ramblers ball.
So far in this game, Bryce, 0-0 with a minute starting out. I mean, I expected at least one team to score here.
Yeah. Peyton Grant over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt up to Isinga. Isinga just barely through her hands, recovers it, hands it off to Grant. Grant dribbling it, recentering it on the court. Over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt bounce pass to Isinga, just barely gets there. It'll be called an over and back. She's guarded by her cousin Bailey Isinga.
A little bit of family rivalry tonight there. Not only a cross-town rivalry, we got family on there as well.
Mackenzie Bisbal taking it up over to Hamill. Hamill up to Allie Bisbal, over to Isinga. Isinga drives, finds no lane. Tipped by Isinga, tried to be saved by Hogan, but Hogan steps out of bounds. So it'll be Rambler ball.
Still scoreless here.
Isinga takes it across half court, bounce, passes it to Roosevelt. Roosevelt hands it off to Grant. Grant driving. Screen set by Crick. Grant over to Isinga. Isinga driving, loses the ball. Grant recovers it. Grant dribbles over to the corner. Back up to the top, pick set by Brecken. Grant over to Isinga. Isinga to Roosevelt. Roosevelt to Grant. Grant with a 3 is no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by number 23, Hogan. Passes over to Mackenzie Bisbal, brings it just over half court, over to Allie Bisbal. Allie trying to drive, loses her dribble a little bit, passes over to Hamill. Hamill down to Hogan. Hogan with the easy layup, and it is good.
First points of the game scored by Lake City, making it 2-0.
It'll be Grant bringing it up across half court. Handed off to Isinga. Isinga gets a screen set by Gildy. Hands it off to Crick. Crick to Grant. Grant over to Isinga. Isinga to Crick. Crick misdirection. Bounce pass to Roosevelt. Roosevelt up with the 2, no good. It'll be rebounded by Brecken Gildy. Kicked out to Grant. Great hustle there by Gildy. Grant drives into the lane. Bounce pass to Roosevelt. Roosevelt up with the 2, and it is good.
Great teamwork and effort there. Making it in for the layup. Scoring. It's 2-2 now.
Mackenzie Bisbal across half court. Out to the wing, over to the corner. All the way over to the other wing to Hamill. Hamill to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal with a 3. It is no good. Rebounded by Mackenzie Bisbal. Mackenzie goes up with a shot, and it is good. Grant across half court to the near side wing. Hands it to Crick. Crick to the far. Gives it to Isinga. Isinga trying to drive. Gives it over to Grant. Grant with the misdirection. Screen set by Gildy. Grant all the way through, over to Isabel Roosevelt, and Roosevelt with another 2.
So far, both teams are answering back to each other's calls here, making it 4-4 now with great team effort.
Kenzie Bisbal over to the corner to Hogan. Hogan back to Bisbal. Bisbal back to Hogan. Hogan back to Bisbal. Bisbal over to Isinga. Isinga gives it back to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal with a deep 3, and it is off the front of the rim rebounded by Hogan. Hogan takes it out to the wing, centers it to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal over to Hogan. Hogan with a 3. No good. Rebounded by Kate Crick. Kate Crick dishes it over to Grant. Grant slowing down the play. Just now crossing half court over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt hand off to Isinga. Isinga to Crick. Crick with a 3, and bang!
Crick there with the 3 answers back on the tough defense by Lake City, making it 7-4 as we approach 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Kenzie Bisbal over at the far side wing, passes to Hamill on the near side wing. Hamill over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal across the court to Bailey Isinga. Bailey Isinga across the court to Kenzie Bisbal. Bisbal over to Hamill up top. Hamill over to Isinga, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. Good defense by Crick to get it out of bounds on Lake City Trojans. Number 5, Hannah Vesic. I don't know how to say that last name. We'll go with Hannah. Checks into the game, and timeout called by Lake City Trojans.
And with that, in the first quarter, I mean, what a game so far. In the first quarter, both teams struggling a little bit at first in the first minute or so, but then Lake City starts to pick it up, answers in with a layup, and then McBain following suit. And then it's just been a constant battle from there on out. Both teams with valuable teamwork, making plays happen and getting each other into the paint, and with a 3 by Crick, separates McBain from Lake City even farther. And coming back, we have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We will see what we got to bring here.
Sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, but we're going to say Vesikic for the last name. Grant over to Crick, handoff. Crick to the corner to Isinga. Isinga dribbles in, kicks back out to Crick, and it'll be tipped in by Lake City. It'll be Rambler ball. It'll be a timeout by the Ramblers.
And back to what I was saying before, when you have teams work together so well, oftentimes that's when plays can happen, even against one of the toughest teams. McBain going into this, they knew Lake City would be a rough challenge. They'd be tough because they've been doing fantastic all season so far. And McBain, and I knew Coach Dottie here had to have his players ready for this game, as it is going to be a huge one. And each team has to rely on teamwork, as both of these basketball programs teach their players tough defense and make sure they teach fast offense. And that's so far what we're seeing from both sides, as Chelsea Isinger will take it out from McBain now.
Grant up top. Grant to Isinger. Isinger back to Grant. Grant over to Crick. Crick back to Grant. Grant across the court, hands it off to Isinger. Isinger driving, kicks out to Crick. Crick driving in, hands off to Grant. Grant with a deep three, no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Isabel Roosevelt. Isabel kicks up to Isinger. Isinger drives in with a little floater, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt back up, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt again. There'll be a foul called. It'll be on number 23 White. That is Isabel Roosevelt with a shove.
Those types of situations kind of hard. Once you get caught up in the moment, there's so many people running around and moving around. Oftentimes you will get a shove by accident.
Yes. Kenzie Bisbal bringing up the ball. Over to Vesikic. Vesikic back to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal over to Isinger. Isinger down to Hogan. Hogan triple team. It'll be knocked out by Isabel Roosevelt. Out of bounds, and it'll be Lake City ball under their own basket.
Lake City's got a bit of a tough challenge here as they're under their own basket.
Kenzie Bisbal drives in. Easy layup there. Little miscommunication there by the Ramblers. Grant brings it across half court. Over to Roosevelt near side wing. Nope. Kicked over to Grant. Grant recentering it at the top of the key. Hand off to Crick. Crick misdirection. Tries to go middle. Can't. It'll now be on the floor. She tries to kick it to Roosevelt. No good. Stolen by Kenzie Bisbal. Bisbal taking across half court. All the way down to the far side corner. Getting trapped up top to Isinger. Isinger with a 2. And it'll be no good. Rebounded by Vesikic. Vesikic tries to kick over to Kenzie Bisbal, but tipped by Grant. Grant tried to save it, ended up out of bounds.
On that moment there, Grant was just trying to get up, but her toes just did reach out the line.
Into Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal over to Isinger. Isinger down to Hogan. Hogan back up to Bailey Isinger. Over to Kenzie Bisbal. Bisbal with a deep 3, and it is short off the front rim. Try to be rebounded by Vesikic, but ends up going out of bounds. It'll be Rambler ball.
7-6 here, 40 seconds left. McBain's got to try and get down there and keep separating the score. Otherwise, close games often will lead to a lot of tension on the court, and mistakes will follow.
Grant, Crick. Crick over to Isinger. Isinger over to Grant. Ball stolen. No, recovered by Grant. Grant misdirection. Step back. Deep 3. Bang! Right in Kenzie Bisbal's face.
Right there on the good moves by Grant.
Bisbal over to Bisbal. Over to Isinger. Isinger to back to Allie Bisbal. Allie goes with a floater, and it is good. With 1 second left, Grant just throws it into Isinger, and that'll be the end of your first quarter.
First quarter, Bryce. First quarter, that was a quick one. And with that quick quarter, 10-8, low score. I mean, back-to-back with both teams there. Bisbal answering back after Grant's 3, but I mean, what a 3 by Grant.
Yeah, that was a deep 3, nice step back, kind of like James Harden, and just right into her face. But like you said earlier, there was no score within the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this game.
Nope.
Low scoring game. It's going to be a really close game. Really physical, I think, here in the second quarter.
I agree with you there. I mean, with the tall Bisbal girls, I mean, they're throughout known here now. Entirely in their conference, too. I mean, when you think of Lake City, you think, oh, Bisbal girls. That's the real challenge on this court. Once you lock them down on the court, McBain could have a fighting chance here. And so far, they're doing just that. They're making sure they're not getting into the paint, and they're making sure they're just staying outside the free-throw line. I mean, three-point line. My bad.
No, you're good.
And with McBain, if they keep on going with their strong defense and powerful, fast offense, it's going to be a really tight game here.
Yeah, especially if you can get like if you've noticed on the camera, Brecken Gildy's standing at the top of the key, setting picks for everyone, trying to get Crick, Izinga, and Grant an opening for a 3, and even Isabel Roosevelt down low for the open easy 2.
And that's what you want. You always want one person setting picks, and Brecken Gildy is your person for that. Making sure your team moves fast, that's what wins games.
Izinga passes into Grant. Grant handoff to Izinga. Izinga to Crick. Crick to Grant. Grant with another deep 3. No good. It is rebounded by Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal all across the court to Bailey Izinga. Izinga brings it up across half court, passes over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal brings it up center's court, now near wing. Over to Hogan. Hogan to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal looking to dump it. No, out. Kick back out to Izinga. Izinga to Vesikic. Vesikic to Hogan. Hogan up to Izinga. Izinga to Hogan. Hogan over to Allie Bisbal. That kick to the corner for Vesikic. Up back top to Allie Bisbal. Allie will be driving in. Double teamed. Over to Hogan. Hogan to Izinga. Izinga goes for the drive. Finds Kenzie Bisbal at the top of the three-point line. She drives in with the tough shot. No good. It'll be rebounded by Grant. Grant will be running down the court. Decides to pull back and set up an offense. She hands it off to Crick. Crick over to Izinga. Izinga to Grant. Grant stutter step. And we have a ball interference from the hallway.
Oh, we do. Sometimes at these games you'll have some kids out there just trying to have a little bit of fun, but unfortunately, when you have a ball roll in, that can disrupt something. But with that being said, it could disrupt some tension on the court and lead to McBain pulling away.
Correct. It'll be number 22, Shannon Maloney, checking in for Brecken Gildy. Ball passed into Maloney. Maloney to Grant. Grant to Crick. It'll be a moving screen on Maloney. Ref saying he stuck her knee out, but I didn't see anything up here, but he has a better view down there.
He does, he does. And that's exactly why we got refs. It might be a little bit different down there than it is up here.
Kenzie Bisbal over to Hogan. Hogan hands off to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie down to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal kicks over to Vesikic, over to Hogan. Hogan drives in. It'll be a blocking foul on number 22, Shannon Maloney. That'll be her second with only a minute into the game. Izinga all the way across the court to Kenzie Bisbal, over to Allie Bisbal. Up to Vesikic. Vesikic to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal to Vesikic. Vesikic down to Hogan. And it'll be a jump ball. Good effort there by Isabel Roosevelt. And it'll be Lake City ball, but good hustle there by Roosevelt.
Very well done, especially when you get a jump ball right there. That stops all momentum. And that's exactly what you want. You want to keep trying to stop this momentum so the team kind of lays back a little bit.
Correct. Up top to nobody. Over to Izinga. Izinga over to Grant. Grant with a wide open 3. She shoots it, and it is short. She stutters there a little bit. I think that's why it was short.
Yep. Kate Crick trying to go out there to save the ball, but unfortunately did not make it. It'll now be Lake City ball once again.
Kenzie Bisbal bringing it up across half court. In the corner, gives it over to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal pump fake 3. Allie Bisbal with a long 2, no good. Rebounded by Izinga. Izinga back to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal kicks out to Allie, and it is tipped by Grant and goes out of bounds. It'll be Lake City ball. And Vesikic is getting checked out by Hamill. And Hamill's a little bit easier of a last name, so I'm kind of happy about that.
A little bit of a break right there.
Kenzie Bisbal with the ball. Drives middle, kicks it out to Hamill. Hamill up top to Izinga. Izinga tries to give it to Allie Bisbal, but tipped back to Izinga. Izinga over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal over to Allie. Allie pump fakes a three, no. Drives middle. She goes for the floater, no. Gives it to Hamill. Hamill trying to, stolen by Grant. A lot of miscommunication there.
A little bit back and forth on each body.
Yes.
They're just bouncing around a little bit. Grant to bring it up now.
Grant to Roosevelt. Roosevelt over to Isinga. Isinga kicks it to Grant. Grant bringing it center court, now other near wing, over to Crick. Crick with a three. It is no good off the side of the rim, and it'll be Lake City ball. I don't know about you, Cade, but I was hoping for a little bit more of a student section battle tonight.
I was too, yeah. Unfortunately, it seems to be a bit lacking.
Yeah, it looks like McBain showed up, but I don't know about Lake City.
Yeah. I mean, like, our side isn't that full like it normally is, but there's still a lot more.
Yeah. Kenzie Bisbal, near wing, over to Hamill on far corner, over to Hogan. Hogan up to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal kicks it to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal with a three, and it is good.
Lake City to pull away from McBain's lead, making it 10-11 now as Grant will bring it up the court. Great three there by Lake City.
It'll be Grant handing off. No, miscommunication. Over to Roosevelt. Good kick down. No foul called. Over to Maloney with the rebound. Isabel back up with a shot, and it is good. Now McBain in the lead.
Very good pass there. Kind of like a sneak little handoff to Roosevelt. Good job by Maloney and Roosevelt down low.
Yeah, Kenzie Bisbal over to Allie. Allie to Hogan. Allie over to Hamill. Air ball by Hamill. And it'll be Crick with the rebound, and Grant will be bringing it up across half court. Grant hands it to Isinga. Isinga over to Crick. Crick to Grant. Grant kicks down to Isinga. Isinga over to Roosevelt, and Roosevelt with the and one.
Making it 14-11. Roosevelt will go right to the free throw line, going for one. Great communication there by McBain as Grant sneaked a pass right between two Trojan players, giving the backdoor availability to Roosevelt.
Yeah, Allen checking in for Haley Hamill on the Lake City side, and Ayla Ferdine checking in for Chelsea Isinga on the McBain side. And the three-point play is no good, rebounded by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie pushing far down court. Behind the back dribble, over to Allie Bisbal. Over to, it'll be Allen. Allen to Kenzie Bisbal. Kicked out to Allie Bisbal for the deep three. No good. It'll be hit out of bounds by Kenzie Bisbal, and it'll be McBain ball. I think Kenzie Bisbal was looking for a little bit of a foul there, but the refs did not call it. Grant, cross half court, gives it to Crick. Crick, backdoor to Ferdine. Ferdine pulls back out. Going all the way through. Finds nothing, gives it to Grant. Grant showing off her ball movement skills. Gives it over to Crick. Crick trying to split the double team, no good. It'll be forced down to Roosevelt, but tipped out by Bisbal. It'll be Rambler ball on the sideline, far sideline. Grant over to Maloney. Maloney kick back to Grant. Grant to Crick. Crick to Ferdine. Ferdine to Grant. Grant with a little stutter. Kick back. No, over to Ferdine. Ferdine looks to set up to shoot, but no, it gets stolen by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal brings it up across court. She's on the far side of the court. Kicks it over to Allie in the middle. Allie with a little jumper. No good. Rebounded by Crick. Crick over to Grant.
Back and forth between the two so far in the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the second quarter.
Grant hands it off to Ferdine. Ferdine to Crick. Crick to Grant, sorry. Grant across court. Kick over to Isabel Roosevelt. No foul called, and it'll be up to Kenzie Bisbal down to Isinga. Isinga goes up with a shot, and that will be called a foul, and she gets an and one. Foul on number 22. That is Shannon Maloney. That'll be her third of the game. And she is checking out now, and Brecken Gildy will be checking in for her.
1 point score here. Bailey Eisenga to go for one. This could be the point to tie it right up. As McBain student section gets a little rowdy here. The shot's up.
And no good. And it didn't even hit the rim, so therefore it's McBain's ball under Lake City's basket. It'll be Vesikic checking in for number 2, Allen on Lake City side. Do you think the student section had any part of that, Cade?
I mean, I think it did. I mean, once you come to someone's home court and you got a big crowd that's a little bit more rowdy, that does happen to make a difference. When you got more fans on one opponent's side, I mean, even in football, you're a football man and so am I. When we used to play, when there's a bigger home crowd and you're in an away game, it feels a little bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot more intimidating. It'll
is.
be a 30-second timeout called by the Ramblers, I believe.
And with this timeout coming to an end, 14-13 McBain ball. Bryce, what do you see happening here in the final minute?
I see a lot more chippiness, a lot more physicality, and a lot more hustle here. What do you see, Cade?
I have to agree with you about the same thing. I mean, Brecken Gildy comes back into the game. You're going to see a lot more picks up top, and that's what's going to help McBain here as well, moving the ball around, possibly to get some more points and separate the lead before halftime.
And Brecken Gildy will want to set some solid picks.
As a senior, she sure does know how to lead the group out there as a good example.
Yeah, she does. Grant to Ferdine, Ferdine to Crick, Crick to Grant. Grant to Ferdine. And the ball will be tipped, and it'll be McBain ball at just about half court, but just on the other side.
Just a little bit over.
Ferdine over to Grant. Pick set by Crick. Grant with the 3. It is no good off the front of the rim. And Kenzie Bisbal, instead of trying to rebound it, decides to let it go out of bounds. And it'll be Lake City ball. It'll be Eisenga to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal to Hogan. Kenzie Bisbal down to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Crick. Brecken Gildy passed out to Ferdine. Ferdine brings it across half court, gives it to Grant. Sets up the play. Grant gives it over to Ferdine. Ferdine to Crick. Crick over to Grant. Grant over to Ferdine. Ferdine dumped down to Roosevelt. Roosevelt out to Crick. Her 3 in and out. Rebounded by Brecken Gildy. It'll be a jump ball, and I believe that is Rambler ball. That 3 was just in and out of that hoop.
That was very sad to see, especially Crick. You can see her right there at the end jumping a little bit, just all excited, and then have that robbed from you, that feeling. Oh, it pains your heart, even just watching it. I got no idea how she's feeling out there.
Yeah. Chelsea Eisenga checking in for Ayla Ferdine. Grant with the ball. Behind the back, recovers her dribble, gives it over to Crick. Crick over to the top, gives it to Chelsea Eisenga. Eisenga back to Crick. Crick trying to give it down low, nothing open. Back door to Eisenga, and it is there. And there's a foul there by Bailey Eisenga on her own cousin. I think that one was purposeful.
No, maybe just a little bit, maybe not. Kind of hard to tell there. I mean, when you got two cousins going against each other, I bet you'd feel a bit more tension towards one another. You're trying to have that little battle there, like, I'm the better one. No, I'm the better one.
Yeah.
You might have that, or it's just two cousins playing a game together, and that's perfect to see.
It's fun to see.
It is. It's quite the quality time, too, as well.
Yeah. Chelsea Eisenga's first shot off the back of the rim and in.
That separates the lead by 2 now, 15-13 Ramblers. And she will approach her second shot now.
Second shot is away, and it is short, and it'll be rebounded by Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal over to Kenzie Bisbal. 40 seconds left in your first half. Kenzie Bisbal up at the top of the three-point line. Drives into the left side, and it will be a blocking foul called against Chelsea Eisenga. In my personal opinion, I would set some hard picks on Kenzie and Allie Bisbal and make them fall on the ground a little bit, rattle them a little bit, and get inside their heads, and then just go right at them.
For sure, I 100% agree with that.
Kenzie Bisbal over to Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal to Vesta kick over to Isinga. Isinga up with the layup, and it'll be a foul called on number 3. That is Breckengildy. That'll be her first, team 5th of the half, or quarter. So if you guys haven't known, there's a new foul rule, and you get 5 fouls in each quarter, and the other team automatically goes into a double bonus.
She makes her first. She'll now be looking for her second. But going back to a little bit what you said, setting them picks on them Bisbal girls, that will definitely change some momentum there for McBain. Once you wear down some of their key players on the other side.
Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal goes up with the layup, no good. Rebounded by Breckengildy. Gildy kicks it to Grant. Full court pressure there by Kenzie Bisbal. Grant brings it across half court. Hands off to Chelsea Isinga. And Chelsea Isinga, it'll be tipped, but off her leg, so it'll be over and back.
"13 seconds here. 1 point difference. They're under McBain. This is going to be a tough one right here.
This is Isinga all the way up to Hogan. Hogan over to Kenzie Bisbal. Hogan to Bailey Isinga. Bailey Isinga drives. Tries to dish it over to Vestakick. No good. Stolen by Crick. Crick goes for the full court shot, and it is no good. And your Ramblers will lead 15-14 going into halftime.
And we will see you after the halftime break.
If you're looking to settle down in beautiful Central Michigan, look no further than Arrow Homes. Family owned and operated since 1972, Arrow Homes offers an innovative process of home construction that saves you money and time without sacrificing quality. Their top-of-the-line construction workers have 15 years of experience building homes. You can see some of their work on their website. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them at 231-328-4318 or in their website at arrowhomes.com.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com.
Northern Truck Service, established in 2015 by John Skierbeck. It's a full diesel mechanic shop that can do anything from changing a light bulb to a full rebuild. With a stock of most parts, they can get you back on the road in no time.
Reedy's is a family restaurant on Main Street in McBain. Their menu has something for everyone, from kids' meals and pizza or burgers to their entrees such as grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, pasta dishes, and the best barbecue ribs or chicken around. Tuesday through Thursdays, Reedy's is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, they close at 9 p.m. And Sundays, they are not open at all. Food for your mood. Here at Shepherd's Agency in downtown McBain, we are your local and trusted source for all your insurance needs. We truly appreciate our clients and we work hard to provide them with the best coverage at a fair price. If you're not already a client of ours, contact us and let us see what we can do for you. Call us at 231-825-2411. Stop in the office or visit us online at shepherdsagency.com.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And welcome back, Rambler Nation, to the second half of this challenging and amazing matchup of the varsity girls between the Lake City Trojans and the McBain Ramblers. Starting off, the Lake City Trojans will take over the ball as Isinga starts it out of bounds.
Isinga over to Kenzie Bisbal, excuse me. Over to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal kicks it up to Bailey Isinga. Isinga over to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal over to Hogan. Hogan to Allie Bisbal. Allie Bisbal to Hamill. Hamill shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kenzie Bisbal. Foul called and one on Kenzie Bisbal, and it'll be on number 23 White. That is Isabel Roosevelt. I believe that's her second team first for the quarter.
Oh, right there.
Three-point shot up is up and good. Isinga passes into Grant. Grant will bring it up across half court. Safety bail to Isinga. Isinga over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt kicks it up to Grant. Grant with a pump fake three, no good. Drives all the way across the court. Kicks over to Isinga. Isinga for a three. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Brecken Gildy and I believe Hogan. And it'll be jump ball, and it becomes Rambler ball under their own basket.
Right there, amazing strength and determination there by Brecken Gildy with two Trojans right on top of her, trying to steal that ball back. She stayed strong and kept in there for the jump ball.
Grant passes in all the way up to Isinga. Isinga bringing up the game, up the ball. Isinga hands off to Grant. Grant to Crick. Crick drives all the way through, tries to pass to Roosevelt. Ball gets stolen by Bailey Isinga. Isinga all over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal with a three, and it is no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kate Crick over to Grant. Good hustle there by Crick. Grant bringing it across half court. Over to Crick. Crick to Isinga. Isinga to Grant. Grant with the misdirection following Isinga. Grant cuts in, pitches it over to Isinga. Isinga gets fouled with a block by Kenzie Bisbal, number 11. That is her team first of the quarter.
With that, it seemed like the Trojans were trying to get the jump right there on Isinga, but unfortunately resulting in a foul. Bringing it back to the top is Grant.
Over to Crick. Crick kicks over to Grant. Grant with the misdirection, handoff to Crick. Crick, backdoor to Isinga. Isinga backdoor to Roosevelt. Isinga goes up with a block shot, and it gets fouled, and she will be sent to the free throw line.
Good opportunity right here for McBain to tie it up right again. I mean, with a score of 15-17, we'll see what Isinga can do here. Right there, it was a little bit difficult for Isinga to make that shot with one of the Bisbal girls underneath. I don't know if it was the other one as well, but once you got that tall Bisbal girl right over you, it's very hard to make those shots. Like Evan Heverkamp from the boys varsity, once he's over you and you're under the basket trying to make that layup, there's no way.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Very difficult. Isinga's first shot up, no good. Second shot up and cash, money.
Making it 1 point difference now.
It'll be Kenzie Bisbal bringing up the ball. Gets across half court. Over to Isinga. Isinga up to Hamill. Hamill back over to Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal across court to Hogan. Hogan with the jump shot, and it is good, bringing it to a 3-point game. Grant bringing up the ball. Timeout called by Carl Dottie for McBain Ramblers.
As the timeout comes to it, 16-19, 3-point difference here. Bryce, what do you got to say about that so far?
Like I talked to you about at halftime, Lake City coming out strong at halftime. They're always better at the second half of games. McBain, we just need to work on our fundamentals, get passing down, and get our passing down. Don't force anything. Just keep it up top until you see an opening and then take it.
Especially that, and that's where it comes to being smart with the ball for sure. Making sure you're making those smart passes and not in between players. As if you give an easy pass to them Trojans, they will take that like it's a piece of cake and they'll run for them points.
Yes, they will.
Right now, though, Coach Dottie down there, I bet you is trying to talk to his players, telling them the same thing. We're doing great. We got to try and get right back into this. We got to tie this up, make smart decisions. Let's keep playing hard and keep playing strong defense to keep them out of the paint.
Yes. And it'll be Rambler ball coming out our near side sideline, closest to the Lake City side. Isinga passes into Grant, pressured by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie over to Grant over to Isinga. Isinga's three-point shot is good. That is a two-point shot, my bad. Kenzie Bisbal driving all the way coast to coast, and her floater is good. Grant over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt over to Isinga. Isinga passes to Grant. Grant recentering, goes to the far side, hands off to Crick. Pick set by Brecken Gildy. Crick to the near side, up to Gildy. Gildy over to Isinga. Isinga to Grant. Grant to Crick, just going across the top. Crick finding an opening, goes up, blocked by Bisbal. Ali Bisbal gives it over to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal going coast to coast again, kicks out to Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal pump fakes, gives it over to Isinga. Isinga at the three-point line, kicks it over to the corner of Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal with a three, and it is no good, short. Rebounded by Kessick. Kessick kick over to stolen by Grant. Kate Crick ended up on the floor with a hard slam, but back in the game. Crick over to, or Grant to Crick, Crick to Isinga. Isinga up the middle over to Crick. Crick with a three off the back of the rim, and it'll be rebounded by Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal looking to take it up across half court. Maybe going coast to coast. No, kicks it to Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal drives middle, goes up with a little floater, and her shot is no good, rebounded by Roosevelt. And it'll be a foul, I believe, called on number 0, Lake City.
I believe that's exactly what it was.
No foul called. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
But McBain ball, so I'm happy. Grant across half court. All the way over to Isinga, near side to Roosevelt, down low. Back up to Grant. Grant with a three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Hogan. Hogan over to Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal takes it across half court. Looking to drive all the way, pulls back, kicks down to Kenzie Bisbal down low. Her free throw, or not free throw, layup is good. Isinga passes into Grant. Grant brings it across half court. Grant over to Isinga. Foul called on Bailey Isinga for a shove. It'll be, I believe, her second and team's third of the quarter. Grant down low, steps back. Over to Isinga. Isinga to the free throw line of Roosevelt. Roosevelt to Grant, Grant to Crick. Crick driving down low, kicks it out to Gildy. Gildy going in. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal going up across half court. It looks like Kenzie Bisbal is open down court. Gives it to Kenzie Bisbal. It'll be a charge against Kenzie Bisbal. And Chelsea Isinga manning up and taking that charge.
Fantastic taking the charge there by Chelsea Isinga. A huge momentum shift right there in the Bisbal girls. Once you get a charge on the other team, that slows down the driving into the paint right there.
Yes, it does, and you can hear the student section starting to chirp back at each other. Grant over to Isinga, Isinga over to Grant. Grant over to Crick. Crick in the far corner, dish down to Roosevelt. Roosevelt up with a quick shot, no good. Rebounded by It'll be Brecken Gildy. Brecken Gildy pitches it over to Eisenga. Foul will be called on Bailey Eisenga. It'll be her third.
With a third foul there, that brings McBain in the student. I gotta stop. Student section getting riled up pretty quickly here. Back to back from a charge, then a foul. Oh boy, I gotta say.
Excuse me, folks. Sorry for the coughing, and thank you, Cade, for picking it back up.
You're welcome, buddy. We all cough. It's a human thing. You drink that Gatorade, Bryce. Chelsea will take the free throw shots while you do that. She goes for her first, makes it, closes the score a little bit from, yeah, words too, I guess.
From 5 to 4.
Yeah, I guess I'm struggling too. 23-19, looking to close it from 4 to 3. And her shot is up.
Ain't good.
Closes the score to a 3-pointer. Bisball girls in a hustle, bringing it down the court.
Kenzie Bisball up at the top of the key. Gives it over to Allen. Allen over to Vesikic. Vesikic over to Allen. Allen gives it down to Allie Bisball. Kicks over to Vesikic. Vesikic's left-handed free throw is up and good. Brings the score back to 20-25. And it'll be Grant over to Eisenga. Eisenga kicking it to Grant in the far corner. Grant going in, and her floater is good over Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball bringing it back in a hustle. Gets across half court, drives middle, kicks it to Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball goes to middle. Spin move over to Kenzie. Kenzie with a 3, and that is no good. Short, rebounded by Isabel Roosevelt. And momentum is shifting in this gym, folks. And it'll be Grant across half court. Gives it over to Eisenga. Eisenga over to Crick. Slowing down a little bit. Crick, misdirection. Gives it back to Grant. Grant up top. Tipped by Vesikic. Recovered by Grant. Grant over to Eisenga. Eisenga driving in. Kicks it to Grant. Grant pump fake. Brings it back up top. Over to Crick, near side. Crick trying to pass to Grant. Ball is stolen. Kenzie Bisball going all the way down. Her free layup is good. And it'll be Kenzie Bisball pressuring all full court. Eisenga bringing it up across half court. Eisenga hand off to Grant, and it'll be fumbled a little bit. Grant with a 3, blocked by Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball tips it over to Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball pressured by Kate Crick. Kate Crick diving on the floor for the ball. Just gets to Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball goes in for a little jumper, and it'll be finally a foul called, and she will be going to the line, I believe. I'm not sure who that will be on, Cade. It'll be 23, Isabel Roosevelt, her third, team second of the quarter, with 6.8 seconds left in the quarter. And I believe number 22, Shannon Maloney, will be checking into the game. Her Allie Bisball's first shot up and good. Shannon Maloney checking in for Kate Crick. A lot of names and a lot of talking tonight.
There is, yep. As Crick comes out, I do got to mention, right there at the end when she was fumbling around with the ball between the two Bisball girls. What great athleticism trying to get that ball. She even dove back trying to steal it.
Yeah, Roosevelt rebound pass to Maloney. Maloney over to Grant. Grant with a full court shot, no good. And it'll be your score 22-28, Lake City leading. Cade, what do you think has to happen in this fourth quarter in order for McBain to regain momentum?
Well, for McBain to regain momentum, I think the momentum is still there a little bit. It may have died down just a tad after that block after Grant tried to shoot that 3 and then they got the block on her. Then it turns right back over to Lake City. McBain's got to be a little disheartened in that as their forward gets their shot blocked. That kind of tells you, oh shoot, our lead our lead teammate just had their shot blocked, the one that's been making them all game.
Yeah, especially when it's out at the three-point line. That's really discouraging.
It is. It just kind of, it sits right on your heart there for a minute, but then when you have something like that, you got to use that and put it right back in as fuel. You got to use that fuel to put it right back into the game and put your heart on the floor. You need to keep moving, you need to keep going fast, and you need to make smart decisions.
Yes.
McBain's got to keep up their strong defense here, and they got to keep putting that pressure on them Bisball girls.
This is where McBain should put the pedal to the metal.
Yep. As I said before in football, that 18-wheeler, since our mascot is a wheel, we got a shifter right all the way as far as our gears will go. And this Rambler convoy, we will see how it'll go.
It'll be Kenzie Bisball over to Bailey Isinga. Isinga up to Kessakick. Kessakick back to Isinga. Isinga down low to Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball kicks over to the wrong team. It'll be Chelsea Isinga bringing it up across half court. Kicks it over to Grant. Grant brings it across half court. Grant to Maloney. Maloney tries to pass to Kenzie or Grant. Grant will get the ball stolen by Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie goes down, shoots a layup, misses, rebounds, and gets it back and scores 2 points there. Grant brings it across half court over to Maloney. Maloney over to Isinga. Isinga setting up for the three. Shot is over. Rebounded by Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball bringing it up across half court, looking down to her teammates. She goes in for the little floater. It'll be no good. Rebounded by Bailey Isinga. Kicked over to Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball with a three, and it is good. Timeout will be called by the Ramblers.
Just like going back to what we talked about during the half, Lake City does come back their second half, and they seem to come back with more force and more power. And that determination, I don't know if it's between the locker room talk with their coach, but it seems to come out with more confidence in themselves. In the first half here, they seem to be a little bit lacking it as each team, they were neck and neck. I mean, right up to it. Right at the beginning, McBain was putting a stop to their offense. And before they could start making plays, McBain scored. They took the lead. And Lake City, you could tell by their playing style, they started to get a little disheartened, but as soon as they walked out of that locker room after halftime, it's like seeing an entirely different team. When you have a strong coach, and that's exactly what Lake City program has, it can make a difference. When you have wise words from your coach and you can look up to a coach, and it looks like even down there they're having a little talk, it seems to be more cheerful almost. You'd like to see that, especially on each team, really. And starting off here, McBain will take the ball as Isinga will try and look for Grant to pass it into, but Bisball keeping the pressure.
Grant with Bisball guarding her hard, gets across half court. Pick set by Isinga. Grant pump fake, no good. Stolen almost by Bailey Isinga. And out of bounds off of Lake City. And inbounding is Isinga over to Grant. Grant, handoff to Isinga. Isinga drives down the middle. Her shot is blocked. And Bisball with the rebound. And it'll be kicked over to Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball pump fakes the three, stays put, kicks it all the way over to Kessakick. Kessakick down to Hogan. Hogan drives in, shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt to Grant. Grant to Crick. Crick to Isinga. Isinga over to Crick. Crick over to Grant over to Crick. Crick down to Roosevelt. Little push, but it'll be out of bounds and Rambler ball. Grant passing into Roosevelt. Roosevelt to Grant. Grant with Isabel was with a strong screen, gives it to Grant. Grant all the way through, gives it to Isinga. Isinga with the three, and it is off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt goes up with a shot, no good. Rebounded by Gildy. Gildy goes up with a shot and is fouled and will be going to the free throw line. That foul will be on number 5. I believe that is Kessakick. It is, and it'll be her first, team first of the quarter. Brecken Gildy's first shot up and good. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kessikick. Kessikick over to Bisball. Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball with a wide open three, decides not to take it. Kicks it over to Hogan. Hogan over to Eisenga. Eisenga back to Hogan. Hogan over to Allie Bisball. Allie Bisball down to Kenzie Bisball under the hoop with a left-handed shot, and it is good. Grant bringing up the ball. Grant handoff to Eisenga. Eisenga kick back over to Grant. Pump fakes the three. Nothing. Gives it over to Crick at the three-point line. Kate Crick with a shot. No good. Rebounded by Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball will take it all the way. Sets up for the three-point shot, and her shot is no good. Rebounded by Crick. Crick gives it over to Grant. Grant brings it across half court. Gets up to the top of the key. Kicks it over to Crick, far corner. And there will be a foul of reaching on number 11. That is Kenzie Bisball. That'll be her third, team second of the quarter. Shannon Maloney checking in the game for Brecken Gildy. Eisenga passes in to Grant. Grant at the top of the key, dribbling around. Screen set by Crick. Good screen. Paint Grant with the three, no good. Rebounded by Bisball. Bisball brings it coast to coast. Sets up for three, no. Kicks it to Kenzie Bisball in the corner for three. And her three is good. Timeout will be called by Lake City. It'll be a full timeout. Count the basket. What do you think is going to be said in this McBain huddle here, Cade?
Well, in the McBain huddle here, quite frankly, right after all of that happened, Coach Dottie's got to be telling his players, we got to keep playing tough here. We got to get back into it. We had them this entire game all the way up to the fourth quarters when they really started to push away from us. We got to try and gain that back here. We got to try and move the ball quick. We got to try and make smart choices and get down the court. We need to push for some in the paint shots, and we can push for threes if we get the chance. I mean, really, Coach Dottie, he's trying to tell his players really to start being more physical on defense. I mean, it seems like Lake City's getting the free chances here at shooting some of the shots they're getting. I mean, inside the paint, right to Bisball, there's been times where she's got like a 2-second reaction time where she can put that shot up easily.
Yes.
So McBain, we got to get right back into some heavy work defense here and put it all on the floor.
It'll be Grant bringing up the ball, brings it across half court in the middle of the court, gives it over to Crick from the far end, gives it over to Eisenga on the near. Back to Crick on the near. Crick drives on the near side, kicks over to Roosevelt. Ball blocked by Allie Bisball, recovered by Kenzie Bisball. Kenzie Bisball pump fakes, gives it to Allie. Allie over to Hogan. Hogan with the three, and it is no good. Rebounded by Grant. Grant looking for the fast break. Vesikick and Hogan in pursuit. And there will be a foul called on number 23. That'll be Hogan. That'll be her second foul of the game, team third of the quarter.
Right there, the fast break. Grant was trying to get right ahead of her, but Hogan was right on her feet right there, just staying with her. When you can't often separate from another player on the fast break, the tension just rises a little bit between the both of them. I mean, you might see some shoving, you might see some back and forth, you might even see the other person go for a steal. But right there, we just seen a foul.
Yeah, Grant with her first free throw, no good. It'll be Ferdine checking in for Eisenga in the game.
And Grant will be looking for her second here.
And it is good. No good. Short. Recovered by Ali Bisbal. It'll be Kenzie Bisbal brings it up across half court, guarded by Maloney. Maloney over, or Bisbal over to Kissick down to Hogan. Hogan up to Ali Bisbal, over to down low to Bailey Eisinga. There'll be a foul called on number 23, Isabel Roosevelt. That'll be her fourth, team first of the quarter.
Bringing in the foul down there. McBain's really got to put a stop right here. If they want a chance to have a comeback here, they really got to stop Lake City from scoring right here.
It'll be Kenzie Bisbal, drives down. Ball stolen by Ayla, tipped actually, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Lake City ball on the sideline, near sideline of their own basket. Eisinga passes into Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal chucks over to Kissick. Kissick down low to Hogan. Hogan goes up with a floater. It'll be no good. Rebounded, almost rebounded by Shannon Maloney, and she'll accidentally knock it out of bounds. From the expression of her parents' faces, not very happy. But she worked hard and hustled and knocked it out of bounds and kept Lake City from scoring. Eisinga over to Kenzie Bisbal in the corner. Kenzie Bisbal down to Allie in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Roosevelt kicks over to Grant. Grant kicks over to Ferdine. Ferdine over to Crick. Crick over to Grant. Grant looking for Ferdine, hands it off to her. Ferdine cuts it in close, gives it over to Isabel Roosevelt. Roosevelt out to Crick for a three, no good. Rebounded by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal will bring up the ball on the near side, crosses half court. Goes in, kicks out to Eisinga. Eisinga for three, no good. Rebounded by Bisbal. Ali Bisbal, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kenzie Bisbal. Kenzie Bisbal kicks out to Hogan. Hogan over to Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal with the three, and it is good. Crick passes in Grant. Grant bringing it up across half court, middle of the court. Handoff. No, fake handoff to Ferdine. Pass to Ferdine. Over to Crick. Crick driving in. She'll drive all the way. Kick over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt looks to kick out to Ferdine. Ferdine with a three, and it is good! It'll be Bisbal walking the ball up across half court just about now. And all the way over to Bailey Eisinga. Eisinga over to Kissick. Kissick. Pass stolen by Ferdine. Ferdine's layup up, no good. Rebounded by Bisbal. Bisbal, Allie looking down court. She will bring it across half court. Still looking. She drives middle of the lane. Her shot up, no good. Rebounded by herself. She goes up again. Shot no good. Foul finally called. I think that'll be on Isabel Roosevelt. That'll be her fifth foul. Yep, that's her fifth foul of the game. It'll be team's second of the quarter. It looks like Brecken Gildy will be checking in for Roosevelt since she has fouled out. But a good hustle tonight by Isabel Roosevelt. And you just can't teach drive and determination. That's what Isabel has.
Yeah, that is exactly what she has. She puts her heart right there. Like I said, when you put your heart on the floor every single game, that shows how much games mean to you. That shows how much determination you have. And that shows how much you care towards your team and putting your best effort, that's a new one for me. Best effort there every game. That's what drives teams to win, is when every player puts forth their best effort.
Correct. Ali Bisbal splits the free throws. Grant bringing it up across half court, handoff to Ayla on the near side. Ferdine over to Crick on the far side. Crick sets up for a quick three, and it is no good. Rebounded by Ali Bisbal. Ali Bisbal looking to bring it across half court on the far side. Gives it over to Kenzie Bisbal, near side. Kenzie Bisbal looking to try and dribble out this game. Pass over to Eisinga on the far side. Over to Hogan on the near side. Up to Kissick on the near side. Up to Kenzie Bisbal in the middle. And I believe they will dribble it out. Yeah, they're just passing around up top now. It was Kissick or Bisbal to Kissick, Kissick to Bisbal. Bisbal, the other Bisbal. And that is your game, folks. Your McBain Ramblers 26, the Lake City Trojans 42. And you can't say the Ramblers didn't go out without a fight. It was a good game all the way through up until about the fourth quarter when the Trojans just started leading away little by little. But at the end of the first quarter, I believe it was 10-8 as the first score. So at first it was a low-scoring game, very intense, and just great job by the Lake City Trojans to pull out like they always do in the second quarter, come out hot, and just able to pull away with the game.
Very true. They're even going into the second quarter. They're just keeping the ball game into the teens. I mean, it didn't even go up to the 20s until about the third quarter. I mean, when you have a low-scoring game and it's like that tight throughout the entire first three quarters, it's really anybody's ball game. And I mean, that's the point that was driven across. But once halftime hit and third quarter came, we started seeing a little bit of a spark light up in the Trojans' eyes and their entire team. And McBain, they had their spark coming up as well, but it just happened that Trojans got theirs lit a bit more faster after halftime.
Yeah, Trojans easily able to light theirs, had the kindle and everything ready for the fire.
They did.
Lake City or McBain just trying to go off of rocks and start a fire, which doesn't really help, but
nope, just a couple twigs there, and Lake City unfortunately came prepared with some kindling, but
yeah. Well, it was a good, hard-fought game all the way through, and we'll see you next time on the Rambler Review. I'm Bryce Hickam, and I'm here with
Cade Weaver. Thank you all for joining. Hope you have a wonderful night, and come next time for all Rambler sports here on Rambler Review.